Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Jay from Is It Bodyweight, and today I'm going to be running you through a tutorial on how you can get your first muscle up. I'm going to list a few exercises that helped me on my journey to get to my first muscle up. However, I'm going to give a few suggestions which I wish I incorporated in my workouts to make this journey easier and faster. The muscle up as a whole has three components. The first component is the pull. This is getting your chest to the bar or getting your waist to the bar. The second component is actually the transition. This is when you try and lift yourself over the bar and get your elbows and your chest above the bar. Last component is the dip. This is pushing your chest off the bar to go into full extension and full lockout. So how can we use this to our advantage? It has three components. So let's utilize this. So now we understand it has three components. Let's segregate these movements into three different exercises. The first exercise we have is a pull-up variation. If you are a true beginner, you should just start by doing normal pull-ups. Do this for as many reps as you can. Get your first 5 reps, get your first 10 reps, get your first 20 reps. Do that as a beginner. If you are a bit more advanced, then you want to incorporate high pull-ups. I used to do weighted pull-ups, but I think this exercise is far more superior, not in building strength, but in building muscle up strength, because it is more of a replication of the actual movement pattern. This exercise may seem very similar to your normal pull-up. However, it isn't, because a normal pull-up, you are pulling to get onto the bar. With a high pull-up, you are pulling to get up and around the bar, which is why the high pull-up is superior and is very similar to a muscle up, because when you do a muscle up, you are trying to get around the bar. So when you first start your high pull-up, you may need momentum at first, but gradually as you get stronger, you will use less momentum, have more explosiveness and have more power. You may only start at first by pulling your chest to bar or your pec to bar, and eventually as you get stronger, you will eventually get your waistline and your belly button, and then eventually your hips. What you want to remember though is you want to keep the reps low and the sets high, because what you don't want to be doing is doing 5 reps in a row and you're not getting the same explosiveness, not the same power, the same speed, because then you're not replicating the pattern. You'd rather try and keep the reps low so you're not fatigued, and then you can perform the exercise optimally. Remember, muscle up for most of us as beginners will be a strength training exercise, not a rep range hypertrophy exercise, because we are trying to get the movement, not trying to get as many reps of the movement. The second exercise is the negative muscle up. Me personally, if you don't incorporate gymnast rings, I think this is the perfect exercise to work on the transition. Why? Because a lot of us don't have the strength to actually practice the transition. However, when you do things eccentrically, you can actually work through the planes of motion without having the strength to do it. And with muscle up, it is a lot of technique, so you need to make sure you are practicing the technique. I actually used this as one of my first exercises when trying to get the muscle up, and I found this to be very successful when I incorporated it with my high pull-ups, because I thought this was perfect to work on the transition. What you want to do is you want to jump on the bar and get in full extension. Then you want to gradually lower your chest onto the bar as slow as you can, so you are in the full control. Once your chest touch the bar, you want to lower off the bar and then lower down as slow as you can. At first you will have absolutely no control. You will just slingshot down off the bar, but eventually as you get stronger, you will have more control, and this will get far easier. And obviously while we get far easier, it's obvious you're getting stronger. Exercise will get pretty easy once you become advanced at it. The last exercise, the third, is pretty obvious. It's the last component of the muscle up. What's it going to be? The dip, the straight bar dip. You don't want to be doing normal dips because that isn't replicating the movement you're trying to get. So make sure you're doing straight bar dips. You could do 5 reps of this, 10 reps of this, 20 reps of this. This isn't actually a hard exercise to do. It's probably going to be the easiest component of the muscle up, to be honest. But combining the 3 together isn't an easy task. So what you want to do with a straight bar dip is you want to just lower onto the bar and then push up. Me personally, I would say do this exercise in a circuit style for 4 to 6 sets each workout. I would say do your pull-ups first, then do your transitions into negative, and then go work on your dips. If you're at a park, you could do this in a literally in a circuit. If you do this in a circuit style, you'll actually be resting certain muscle groups while you're working the other. Like when you're doing the high pull-up, you'll be resting your chest while you do the high pull-up. Then when you do the transition, you may be working a bit of your lats. Your lats be a bit fatigued from the high pull-up, but it won't be as fatiguing as when you've done the high pull-up. And your lats and your back will be resting while you're doing your dips. And another suggestion I have to incorporate, which worked for me, but it doesn't replicate the muscle ups, so it probably isn't optimal, but it's another exercise you could add into your program, would be weighted pull-ups. Because obviously, the more weight you can pull, the easier it's going to be to shift your body weight. Eventually, when you get really good at these three basic components, you can combine it and you'll be able to do your muscle ups. And then eventually you could even incorporate a band to do your muscle ups, even though I do not think this is optimal personally. I do not like that way of working out. Once you've got these three exercises now done and you can do all of them easy, I'm pretty sure you'll get your muscle up like that. It's just about combining these three components together to get it. So if you work on the strength separately, it's a lot easier than trying to put it all together, trying to be good at everything at once. But anyway, I've got other content on my channel. Please check it out. I've got push workouts, pull workouts, or body weight. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Is there any exercises you use to get your first muscle up? And yeah, check out my other videos. Please like and subscribe. The support helps a lot. Anyway, I'm out.